Hello.
Hello.
Welcome. Another day.
Another day.
And you know what today is?
Netzach.
Yeah. Netzach.
Netzach.
Netzach. We are enduring through the week of Yesod and the whole Omer. This is our 6th of 7 weeks. We're almost done.
Wow, look at our endurance.
So enduring.
I feel like we've really bonded
We really have.
over our endurance.
And today, that's all we're focusing on.
Wow, just our bonding and our endurance.
How we need endurance in our bonds.
Wow.
An essential component of bonding is its endurance,
This is
its
true.
ability to withstand challenges and setbacks.
Yes.
This is pretty much marriage or whatever. Without endurance, there is no chance to develop true bonding. Am I totally committed to the one I bond with? How much will I endure, and how ready am I to fight to maintain this bond? Yes?
So, yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, so here's one of the things that I do often, because I teach so many students, and it's really, really easy for me to like bond with my students in the sense that like I will go to the ends of the earth for them, like whatever they need in any not any capacity, obviously, and not whatever they need, but like if there's something that I can help them with, I am willing to help them, and I will go probably above and beyond what other teachers would do, like. I teach theater, so when my students are like, I need my next acting gig, I will find out what is auditioning around the community and I will send them in for those things. I just want them to do well. So, yeah, right. So I just want them to do well. So as far as like my endurance and my ability to endure through that, yeah, I go above and beyond for those bonds for sure.
Yeah. Would you say the kids give back to you?
In whatever capacity they can, yeah. I mean, so obviously their ability to like give back to me is limited by like their age and their abilities at their age, like their finances, right? Like they can't do that. But these kids show up for me in so many ways. Like they show up for each other, being incredible like teammates when it comes to like or castmates when it comes to shows, volunteering their time in other capacities, just showing up in general to support each other. Like when they bring their best self to the rehearsal room, that to me is giving back to me in that way. So absolutely, like I don't think they would behave as wonderfully as they do if not for the bond that we share. I think that especially with like teens, they have a lot of things that are going through their minds and a lot of struggles, and they're stressed out beyond belief, especially in this day and age, and they still show up. All of my students still show up for me in the most amazing ways, and they bring their best self forward. So absolutely.
Yeah, that is true. Like everything is better when there is love.
Yeah.
Instead of fear. Like if, I don't know, if you're the teacher that's ruling by fear or the company president or whoever, like, yeah, like then people get stuff done, but they might not go out of their way to do it. They just need to do what will get them not fired or something. Am I totally committed? Yeah, like, I don't know. I always, when people are like, how would your friends describe you? I always choose the word loyal. And because like, I'll remain loyal probably too long after that person's already left. And that's when I have to be like, oh, okay, I guess this friendship is over. And like, I gotta let them go. So like, that can be a sad thing. How much will I endure and how ready am I to maintain? I don't know. I guess I don't fight, like, yeah, in those cases where it's like from high school friends or college friends when they do seem to be going and I invite them to things and they continue to not invite me to things and or say, no, I'm busy. Like if I invite them like 3 or 5 times to something and they're like, no, sorry, no, I'm busy. And like, don't even give some kind of, but we could do this instead or on this date. Then I'm like, okay, well, it's over. And so I guess that was my fighting, was that I tried like a few times.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to fight forever because that would be unhealthy.
Right.
And so, I don't know. Is the person I bond with aware of my devotion?
Yeah.
This is what I was talking about a few days ago, where it's like sometimes I have to make sure that other people do know like the depth of my feelings, because I feel like they might not be aware because I don't say things out loud all the time, even though I like feel it and I hope that it's like showing in my face or something, but maybe it's not, because I don't know, I don't even show emotions in my face that well. So if I hope that they're aware,
I think so.
for the people that really matter.
Yeah. I also, like, I hope that they're aware, and I hope that I show that I'm fully committed. I think that I do, so I hope that I show that. I think, like, I make little mistakes, like my inability to text back in a timely manner, or like those things. But I don't think that at least I hope that doesn't like come off as like me not caring, and rather just like comes off as like my brain is the way that it is and it functions the way that it does.
Yeah. I think that's another way to really know a person too. Be like, okay, Hayley doesn't always text back,
right,
or whatever. But so I'm gonna send a reminder because I know her, and also I forgive her for that. Or something.
That. I love the accommodations that you give me in our friendship. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, I seem to have a lot of friends that require some.
A little extra needling.
Reminders.
That's because you're really good at it.
Well, I'm good at keeping things red and not having any notifications and stuff. That bothers me. I'm like, a red number. I have to read the message. Exercise for the day. Demonstrate the endurance level of your bonding by confronting a challenge that obstructs the bond. You'd have to already have a challenge in mind or an obstruction in mind.
I'm trying to think, like, maybe there's something that you're in a friendship with somebody and they do something that consistently really bugs you. And maybe you can work together to figure out both why it bugs you and how you can either overcome that yourself or with your friend's help. Like, I had a friend who had misophonia, and I tend to chew really loudly, I guess. I didn't know, but I did. And we had to figure out like how I could either not chew as loudly or move and not sit next to them when I'm chewing, because that really bothers them. So that's an obstruction, and I'm willing to like do whatever I need to in order to like make sure that our bond is still intact by either adjusting my behavior and adjusting my chewing, even though I'm not entirely conscious of it, or moving to a different location where that's not going to obstruct our bond anymore.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Yeah, well,
that's really interesting. I can't think of, something that obstructs the thing. I feel like, I have one long-term friend that like lives here now too, and I feel like as much as I am myself with her, there's still some instances where I'm definitely much more myself with you than I am with her, and that it's like, it's really hard for me to be myself with longtime friends because they know me as a certain way from a longer time ago when I maybe was more shy or something like that. So sometimes when I say things around her, or like she might get mad at this, and I'd be like, but this is who I am now. And so I don't know if it would be helpful to have some, nothing has come up recently, but like when we were roommates, I'm like, maybe it would have been better to like just have some really out in the open talk or something, and that could have helped things. And I don't know, like maybe in the future when something happens where this whatever, like when we went to Japan together, like her rolling suitcase was so annoying and like keeping the rest of the group like slow and whatever, and like she was mad at us for like being in such a hurry, and so maybe that would have been something to talk through. I don't know how, but like we did sort of talk about it on the plane when we were flying back, and but then I kind of like didn't really apologize either, because I was thinking, well, it's your fault. Like, so I don't know. There's got to be some way to reach some kind of compromise there.
For sure.
Or the only other thing I thought about as far as confronting a challenge, like a simple challenge, would be time zones. Like if you have friends in other states, and you got to find some time that works best for you both, when this person's off of work and before going to bed, and you're available and off of work or whatever. And so that's something simple.
That's a really good one too. Yeah.
If you have friends in other time zones. So yeah, Netzach of Yesod. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.